I have no idea what is going on with my damn sound effects. So I can hear them. Well, I can't hear them. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but this is so weird. Okay, there it goes. My apologies. Jesus Christ, this is bad. All right, man. Welcome in, man. Besides the butchering and all that, we're doing a Royal Rumble preview show today. Me and my friend Roman opens cards. We're gonna be going to San Antonio here in a little bit, and we wanted to do a little pregame show prior to going to this big event, this big event. You know, we're looking forward to it, man, to see what goes on here. And give me a sec. We live. About to add you. All right. All right. This is hilarious. All right, so let's go ahead and let's introduce our guest. I got a guest, special guest, Roman opens cards. I also will have Dalvin joining in. I think he's going to be joining in just by audio. So we'll see in a bit. Let's see if all this stuff works out. So here we go, and let's do the scene. There we go. What's up, Roman? How you doing, bro?
What's up? Good.
That's what's up. I am trying to see how I can add Dalvin. I don't know if he could hear us. But his mic is muted. Let me see if he can unmute your mic. Unmute mic. Let's see if he says he could hear us. So there's a potential that we can have a guest here, a third guest. And again, I apologize to everyone for all of the the little back and forth issues that we're having right now. So there. All right, man. So while we're waiting to get Dalvin on here, let me go ahead and start our regular background music and adding that. All right, we're good. Again, my apologies, everybody. This is TGK's lack of network here. So this is is that Dalvin? I see Dalvin. Hold on.
Yeah, I see him too.
I see him. Hold on. This y'all gonna have to just bear with us, but we're gonna figure this out. Dalvin, I think we can see you. Can you? But we can't hear you though. We cannot hear you. Let's see. Let's see if there's something. Okay. Can you hear him, Roman?
All right, can you hear me now?
Oh, we can hear you now. Yes.
Give me 1 second. 1 second.
All right. Let me know when you want to get back on camera. I'm gonna hide your camera for now. Let me know when you're ready. All right. All right. So Roman, while we wait for Dalvin, before we get started, man, for those that are watching, besides this debacle, we did go to the previous Royal Rumble that was held in San Antonio. What year was this?
17, I think.
17?
2017, yeah.
2017. So now we're going back. What are your thoughts leading up to this event, and how it compares to the previous one that we went to back in 2017?
I think I was more excited last time when we went because it was first of all, they had the match with John Cena and AJ Styles for the championship.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that was one of the best matches I've ever seen live. And
really was.
Just the Rumble itself, the men's Rumble was just, it had Undertaker, it had Goldberg, it had all these different people, it had Braun, it had all these different superstars and wrestlers, and then on top of that, it had number 30 as Roman Reigns, and everybody was just booing him and just booing and booing and booing, and the memes that came out of that was hilarious. So
yeah, they didn't have a love for Roman Reigns during that time, and it was clearly evident. Like, no one wanted him to win, but everybody wanted Randy Orton to win. Dalvin, are you live? All right, let me go ahead and add you here to the screen. There we go. We got Dalvin somewhat on the screen. We see you sideways. Is there a way you could put your camera vertically?
Is this better?
There we go. Yeah, a lot better, a lot better. Let me see if I can fix this. This is as good as it's gonna get. So we'll just make this a little larger so we could get down up in here. There we go. See, we're looking a little more professional now. Look at us, man. We're getting better. Davin, what are your initial thoughts going into this event today? I know you won't be able to join us and go into the actual stadium, but well, how do you feel about this Royal Rumble and the build-up?
Like over or is
Overall, you're kind of breaking up. Let me see if I can.
overall?
Yes.
I would say I like the car. I like the build up they have for the Bray Wyatt LA Night taking the most. That's really what I'm looking forward to. I just wish they didn't. How many people are gonna have?
My bad. I'm trying to fix this stuff. Sorry. Okay. Speak again. Let me see how you sound.
I said.
Okay, there it is. Sounds a lot better.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just saying I wish they didn't announce like mainly every superstar we're gonna have in a Royal Rumble. But besides that, I like how they built the card so far.
Yeah. I will. I'll come clean and say that I have not kept up with it, but I have kept up with the Bray Wyatt stuff. I have kept up with the Bloodline stuff. But it is Royal Rumble season, so this is like when you get that natural reset into like the WWE universe, right? Like you get the reset and get to catch up on all the storylines. So that's what I'm definitely looking forward to. So if y'all have not seen any of my streams before, guys, we'll do a few segments. We'll talk about these segments and then we'll break them down. But because this isn't a Mavs preview show or pregame show, this is a WWE Royal Rumble preview show. So we're gonna do, I think, 2 segments that I could kind of blend in here. We'll do like the matchups. We'll talk about each matchup, and then we'll talk about like over-unders. We'll come up with some creative over-unders for that, and then we'll make our predictions at the end. So whenever we do matchups, don't predict who's gonna win. All right, we'll just talk about it. So let me get the correct stinger up in here, because this is how these things go. So we're gonna get into the matchups. Let me make sure I got my matchup stuff up here. All right, let's. Give me a second. This is TGK production. It ain't the greatest. All right, so we're just gonna do this. Bang. Let's go ahead and open that. Let me.
Yeah, I really like the Devin Booker and Luka Doncic, matchup.
Yeah, the matchup that was not a thing yesterday.
Not
a couple of days ago. All right, so let's get into the matchups and let me correct everything. All right, here we go. Let me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a sound effect. Y'all won't hear it, but everybody that is watching will hear it. So here we go.
Major key.
Oh, I put major key. I'm stupid. There you go. There we go. All right. So the matchups that we got going on for today, I'm going to show you on screen. So one of the first matchups that I believe we're going to have is the Alexa Bliss versus the Bianca Belair for the women's title. First thoughts, if you could provide them, Dalvin, when it comes to this matchup, what do you think about this, man?
I think it's going to be interesting. I think Alexa Bliss, she came back. She really wasn't, rocking with the way WWE was pushing her, but it got more creative over time due to, her fiending with Bray Wyatt and him, bothering her, interrupting her matches and things like that. So I think this match can be really interesting. I don't think it'll fail us. I think it'll be a 5-star match for sure.
Ooh.
I like it.
Ain't calling for a 5-star match. What about you, Roman?
I'm calling for it. I think this match could be crazy. Because it's like, you got to think about it. Like, anything can really happen just due to the fact that Bray Wyatt is affecting her. So anything can happen. So I'm liking this matchup. It's the effect of Bray Wyatt, bro.
I like this matchup too. I think Alexa Bliss could potentially beat her.
Oh.
And that's just without even all the Bray Wyatt or Howdy stuff. She could potentially beat Belair. She's that skilled. And then on top of that, you add in the Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy stuff, and it's very supernatural feels. I mean, they've had a couple matches on Raw where they've basically reenacted what was it, the fight from what movie was it? Scary Movie 3 or 2 or whatever.
I remember that.
So I mean, it should be entertaining. I'm not gonna say 5 stars,
Yeah,
but it's gonna be entertaining, especially being there live and seeing what's gonna happen. So I'm excited for it.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it too because I've always had a crush on Alexa Bliss, and I wouldn't say I liked the whole Bray Wyatt angle with the little creepy doll and all that stuff. I did not like the angle, but I guess as she's kind of gotten away from it now, she's getting back into it again. She's like playing with these two characters. We'll see what she does, what she does. But I'm tired of her playing with my heart. But we'll see. We'll see how this match goes. I mean, she normally puts on a good show. I do think and know that she has become a really good wrestler in being able to put on a good match. So that I know we can count on. We already know Bianca Belair is going to attempt to steal the show tonight. So I am looking forward to that match. Whoever booked that, shout out to whoever booked that, and I'm pretty sure Triple H has something to do with that one. All right, let's get into this next matchup. Let me just throw a little sound effect. So the next matchup that we got today as well, or tonight, we got the Bray Wyatt in a pitch black match versus LA Knight. Roman, do you mind starting us off with this one, man?
Man, this is, to me, beside the Rumble matches, like, this is a match I wanted to see the most. I know it's got like some wonky pitch black gimmick, but LA Knight's really stepped it up. He's really like carried. It's weird to say he's carried a feud, but he's carried a feud with Bray Wyatt. The guy can go. He's a star. He has people chanting, "Yeah, yeah," and it's just he's got it. Like, I hope that he actually wins.
Wow.
But seeing as how Bray Wyatt, just came back, and I think this is his first match back.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
This is like first legit match back.
Official first.
I think Bray Wyatt might take it. Or actually, I'm not gonna give my prediction yet. So it's gonna be an entertaining match.
Nice.
It's gonna be really. To me, it's gonna give off a cinematic match feel, but without being a cinematic match.
Okay. Gavin, what about you? What do you think?
I think Roman said it best. But I truly like it. It's my favorite matchup on the card because I'm a big Bray Wyatt fan. I love the way Bray Wyatt brain works. So it's like when it comes to that matchup, it's like it's a pitch black match, right? But you don't really know what to expect. So anything can happen. Like it might be twists and turns and things of that nature. But I expect a brutal matchup with some weird creative stuff. Because we all know Bray Wyatt doesn't think normal. So it has to be something that's going to happen that's going to make this match be like wow. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be crazy. And like Roman said with LA Knight, he came to SmackDown. At first he was in a stable with the Dupree, whatever their name was. I can't remember their name. And like Triple H turned him to who he really is, like who he was at NXT. And now he has like the SmackDown fan base, Raw fan base behind him. He's superstar in the making, so I'm like these matches. I'm like,
adding on top of that, he also got chokeslammed by the Undertaker and Bray Wyatt on Raw.
I forgot about that.
I mean, that's I don't know if that's called what that's called, but he definitely got the rub there. So,
it's showing something for sure.
Yeah.
For me, I have come around to know LA Knight. Apparently, there's like some connections between him and Undertaker where Paul Bearer used to manage both of them at some point. I didn't even know that. Come to find out. Yeah,
Probably Eli Drake maybe back in the day.
Yeah, it was back in the day. So I'm like, damn, there's a little connection there. The Bray Wyatt stuff, I feel like when he came back and he was doing the whole, what was it, the promos of like dealing with his old self or his old demons, and then the whole visuals of who knows what was talking to him. Can y'all catch me up on what happened with that? Like with the whole where he was doing his promos and then on the Titantron, someone came up. Is that LA Knight or was that like a whole different person, part of his personality? Like where did this LA Knight and Bray Wyatt come to mesh?
You want to go, Roman?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, after Bray Wyatt came back, they started introducing this character called Uncle Howdy.
Yep.
Now, nobody really knows who this person is, and that's kind of like the mystery of it. He's been interfering in well, not interfering, but like introducing himself into like the Alexa Bliss,
Okay.
Bianca feud, and as well as the Bray Wyatt and LA Knight feud. So, but as far as everybody knows, people think that it's like a side of Bray Wyatt, but no one knows. It's kind of the mystery.
Interesting. What do y'all think this pitch black match is going to be about? What's it going to look like? I have no idea what they expect.
I feel like that's the beauty of it. You just don't know. It's just, I feel like it'd be something creative, like Triple H, Bray Wyatt putting something together. You just don't know what's going to happen. Like anything can happen.
Yeah.
So I don't even know.
Dude, it could be a match where the lights are completely out except for like the spotlight on, LA Knight and Bray Wyatt. It could be a match where they wrestle in a pool of Mountain Dew. Who knows?
Oh, good.
So,
That could be a thing.
that's the beauty.
Yeah, that definitely could be a thing. All right, man. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that match, especially being in the stadium in the Alamo Dome. I fully expect it to be a lot of fun. So let's get into the next match that I have here. Let me put a little sound effect. So the next match of the night, and again, this is not saying that they're going to go in this order, but we have another match here. It is the Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens for the undisputed WWE Championship. This is going to have a lot of hype. There's going to be so much reactions. Roman Reigns has probably the best entrance in the WWE right now, especially with what's her name that does the announcing. If she announces his entrance, it's going to be even better. But let's start with you again, Roman. Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens. We saw this matchup 2017, if we're correct, on that Royal Rumble, where Kevin Owens fell off of the turnbuckle straight through like 8 chairs or something like that. It was horrible. Yeah. And I think Chris Jericho was suspended above the ring. Now we got a part 2. What do you think about this one? At the Royal Rumble?
Yes, dude. They had the match. I think it was a last man standing match 2 years ago.
Wow. Okay. Well, then part 3. So what do you think about this one, man, going into this weekend or today?
It's gonna be good because they've always put on good matches. The more interesting thing is where does Sami Zayn lie? I mean, he's been basically I don't want to say the focal point, but he's been like the most interesting thing in keeping the bloodline storyline going. Where his alliance is, whether it's with his old friend Kevin Owens or if Roman truly trusts him. I feel like it's gonna come down to that, and then they're gonna swerve us at the end. But at the end, it's gonna be a good match. They always put on good matches. It's always entertaining. No matter what they do, it's magic. So I'm expecting a good match here.
What about you, Davin?
Me personally, I've never seen a Roman Reigns KO storyline match. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. And like Roman said, I feel like Sami Zayn's going to play a big role in this part. I know he's in the Rumble, but I really want to see if he like pops up during that match to make something happen. I don't know if you watched SmackDown last night, but he got super kicked by Solo Sikoa. Yeah. So that was pretty crazy. So I'm just thinking of like what could happen. Like I have a lot of things running through my head, but I'm looking forward to it. I just want to see like I want to see Roman KO like actually go at it. I feel like this match could be like really physical. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I mean, whenever they did face each other during the Thunderdome days, right? And that match is where I think Paul Heyman had that issue with the key and being able to unlock Kevin Owens or whatever the case may be.
That was a match.
Yeah. I need to go watch that.
That was at the Royal Rumble as well. Oh, okay. Well, see, I somewhat know what I'm talking about, right? I'm looking forward to this one. Again, to kind of see it again live in the same stadium. I'm pretty sure for them, they want to one up what happened last time, and I don't think Kevin Owens is going to come out on top on this one for sure. And Sorry, I'm already having laptop issues, but I don't think. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. All I know is the storyline between the bloodline.
It's gonna be good.
It can't end here. I think there's going to be some kind of interference for sure from Sami Zayn. I don't know if they're all going to come out with Roman Reigns, but it's going to be fun, man. I definitely get the feeling that something interesting is going to happen that's going to continue to build the storyline that they got going on currently right now with Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. But again, all of the stuff that happens at Royal Rumble is really key to get you to WrestleMania. So whatever they do tonight is going to just amplify what comes next. All right, man. So let's go ahead and let's get into the next matchup of the night. Let me cue a little sound effect here. The next matchup of the night is going to be one of the first. It'll probably start off the show, maybe. It has to start off the show. It's going to be your women's Royal Rumble match. As far as this photo here, I'm not sure if this is an accurate depiction of all the contestants, but I just went ahead and got one. When it comes to the Royal Rumbles women's match, what do y'all think about this one? Is there any key interesting female wrestlers that is going into this match that y'all looking forward to?
You want to start, Roman, or you want me to start?
You can start, Donnie.
You can go ahead.
Me personally, I think it's time to push Rhea Ripley. Like, I feel like she's top of the women's division. I feel like she can stand toe to toe with the best. I would like to see it. I don't want to go too far into the future, but I would like to see her versus Bianca at WrestleMania. I think that'd be a crazy match. So that's my fan favorite is Rhea Ripley for sure.
About you, Roman?
Overall, I think this match compared to the men's definitely doesn't have like the excitement factor going for it. Mostly because there's not really a lot of women announced. Like they announced maybe 7 to 10 of the women, and there's still 30 participants. So only having 10, who else is going to show up? I don't think they've announced, Becky for the Rumble, so or they didn't announce, a couple other of the women. Overall, I do think there's a favorite, and I know who it is, but I guess I'll give it in the
predictions.
Yeah,
we'll save it for the predictions.
But overall, this is the least exciting of the 2 Rumble matches. I think the men's has this one a little bit more exciting, or a little bit more intriguing.
Yeah,
I should say that.
I agree with you.
I do believe that this match. I think it's either this match or the LA Knight Bray Wyatt starts the night off. Either one of them is a banger. So I mean, you got a Rumble match starting the night off. So
we can save that for the over under. I mean, I like where you went there with that one. For me, there's not much hype going into the women's Rumble match this year, and that's unfortunate because the last couple of years there has been, unless Ronda Rousey comes back, but we've gotten word that she's not. So who knows? But I fully expect that there's going to be some kind of surprises. I wouldn't mind seeing like Trish come back or something, but but we'll see, man. We'll see. But the hype is definitely on the low end when it comes to that. And for the final match, there's not going to be any sound effect. We know what it is. It's going to be the men's Royal Rumble match. Roman, what do you think about going into this Rumble match? What are you excited about on this one?
Dude, I'm excited because there's a lot of people that could return, well, that are going to return. There's people that could return. There could be a lot of surprises. Who knows? I mean, they announced Cody as a entrant, and he could have been a surprise. So
wait. They announced Cody already?
Yeah, they announced him.
What the hell?
Like back toward the end of December, like on that recap show, they announced Cody was coming back. So this is how you know I've been kind of off key when it comes to that. But we'll go ahead, finish your thoughts, man. I don't mean to interject. So to me, this match is a more intriguing one, just because of who could be potentially in it. They have announced quite a few names, but there's also quite a bit of space for like surprises and returns and stuff like that. And knowing the Rumble, there's always a surprise. Unlike last year, where it was just Shane McMahon and Bad Bunny, which. But for the most part, this year, there's a whole forbidden door that's could be opened with this. So who knows?
Yeah, and especially on the cusp of like one of the biggest WrestleManias ever. Who knows how big they go tonight? Davin, what you think about this Royal Rumble coming up? My bad, Ron.
I do got a question before I answer that.
Go ahead.
For both of y'all. Do y'all ever feel like they waste like certain spots, giving it to like, I guess, big influencers or like just people that don't wrestle? Do y'all feel like other superstars on the roster would like feel a certain way like with them doing this? I want to know y'all's opinion.
You go first, Ron.
Go ahead, Mark.
Okay.
I think they do. I think that they, like if I've been working my butt off for the entire time and I'm on the road, 300 days a year, and they give my spot to Bad Bunny, I'm gonna be kind of like, like he's cool. I'll take a picture with him, but I don't think he deserves to be in the Royal Rumble. So, I'm honestly this year I don't see too many like of those influencer. Outside of WWE type of things, participants, returning or whatever. Maybe one, but we'll see.
For me, I think Roman Reigns said it best when he was wrestling Logan Paul in like one of the post game. I mean, like a preview interview or whatever. He was like, whatever it takes to push the WWE to a larger audience and all that stuff. So I think some wrestlers understand that sometimes you might need an influencer that'll just add that extra 100,000 eyeballs to the product. But then sometimes there's a certain influencer that just doesn't deserve it, right? For this case, if I was a betting man, which we could probably say this for the over-under, when it comes to like an influencer, I don't think we get one because of what happened recently with that Logan Paul scandal lately. I think WWE will be wise to just stay away from him from what happened recently. So other than that, maybe Bad Bunny, but he just finished like a tour. I'm pretty sure last thing he wants to do is get slammed on the mat. So I don't see an influencer coming tonight, but I definitely would pop for it because I wouldn't expect it. But let me know your thoughts on the Royal Rumble, Dalvin.
Yeah, I like it. I like the people they announce up for it, but like I said, I'm one of those people. I'd rather be like surprised with who's coming to the Rumble, because I think they announced like 15, 20 some superstars already, maybe somewhere near there. So it's kind of like, but overall, I think the Rumble will be good. I don't think it'll fail us. I just hope we get that one big like shock surprise that makes like the whole WWE universe go crazy. But I think the Royal Rumble, men's Royal Rumble at least, will be good. So I'm ready for it.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. For me, it's kind of the same thing. I'm just hoping that there is a big surprise. I mean, I don't know if some little bald-headed guy could show up tonight. Who knows? Maybe it could be another superstar, movie star, bald-headed guy that shows up tonight as well. But the options are unlimited, right? I'm not sure what type of bankroll they got, but whenever they go to Saudi Arabia, it seems like they get more money, and they can do more things and pay these wrestlers that we haven't seen more money to come back for a one-off. So, but you also seen Stone Cold wrestling. I mean, working out like a madman. So who knows? Maybe it does a little surprise appearance tonight. But we'll say that for over-unders. But I'm definitely looking forward to this Royal Rumble. I think the card itself, unless we're missing a match, I think that's the card for sure. Because every Rumble is going to be at least an hour and 30 minutes. The Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens is going to be at least 30 minutes, right? The Bray Wyatt, who knows how long that is. The Bianca Alexa definitely got to go 30. So it's gonna fill up some time unless one of them go real short, which I feel like the Bray Wyatt one might go short, but it's a good card. Looking forward to it. And that ends our matchup segment of the night. And those that are watching, I see we had up to like 5 watching. If you're watching this current stream, definitely leave some comments, leave your suggestions, leave your ideas, poke any comment up in here. We're gonna respond to all of it towards the end of this stream. So let's go ahead and let's get into the next what is it? What am I trying to call these? Little segment. We'll call this the over-under segment. So hopefully y'all thought about some cool over-unders while we're discussing it. But let me go ahead and string in some music right quick. If this thing, it worked. Yes, over-unders. So with the over-unders, guys, do y'all got anything in particular that y'all want to suggest, like over? Because I think you said something, Roman. What was it that you said? Oh yeah, I know what it is. Who starts? Who starts the night, right? So let me create a little poll here. So you said Women's Rumble?
Yeah.
Or
there's the Women's Rumble and the Bray Wyatt LA Knight match. Personally, I know which one I would start with. But that's just me.
So I'm
to me, if it's me, I'm starting off with a bang. Like you gotta open the show with something huge, something big, right?
Yeah.
You also gotta end the show with something big. So if you start with a banger Rumble match, or either of these two matches is a pretty good start off point. You gotta set the tone for the night, and depending on how you start, could affect how you end.
Back.
If you start lamely, then you might end lamely. Just me.
So I put a poll in the stream for those watching. Y'all go ahead and vote on there. Who starts the night? Women's Royal Rumble or Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight? Speaking of night, who you think? What would you pick, Davin? Who would start the night off tonight? Either the Women's Rumble or Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight?
I would go Bray Wyatt, LA Knight. At least 25, 30 minutes. Has to be.
That's interesting.
I'm actually with Dalvin. I think personally, if it's me, I'm starting off with the Bray Wyatt, because that's the one that a lot of people are looking forward to.
Okay.
Just because it's so interesting, and just because LA Knight is so charismatic, and Bray Wyatt is charismatic, and nobody knows what it's gonna be. So, to me, I'm opening the show with that match.
I would like to see it as well, but knowing me, I would probably start it with the Women's Rumble, just because you could put all the matches in the middle right after that Rumble, because man, yeah, I would start with the Women's Rumble, because after a Rumble there's a lull period, right? There's we got so excited, we just saw the winner, we're amped up, and then the crowd needs to kind of relax so they can get their energy again. Well, you could kind of do that with the Bray Wyatt match, right? Everyone's still going to be excited. It's not like you're following a championship match with a women's regular match, right? There's a Rumble match with something completely unique. It could work, but it could also work vice versa as well. So I don't see how it wouldn't work. But I would definitely start with either of the two. I think if you start with Bianca and Alexa, you kind of take away from the impact of their match if you put it so early. What would you then follow? Say if y'all follow y'all's route, right? Y'all go Bray Wyatt first, Women's Rumble second, or how would y'all deck out the card? Roman, you go first.
Honestly, it would for me. I know what I would do. I would put Bray Wyatt, LA Knight first, and then follow that up with Bianca and Alexa, and then from there your Women's Rumble, men's
championship match. Oh.
Depending on who's winning.
Okay.
Depending on who's winning the Rumble, I would put either the Rumble last or the men's championship last.
Man.
Because if it's, I'm trying to remember the year. It was the year CM Punk and The Rock faced.
Yeah.
for the championship,
They
they
closed
had
out
the
the
Rumble as the second to the last match.
Mm-hmm. I do remember
right?
that.
So they had the Rumble, then CM Punk and The Rock. You kind of see where I'm going with that.
Right.
So depending on who wins the Rumble, could
To tell you who
Roman
closes the
and
night.
KO could could close the night.
Yeah.
So
What about you, Dalvin? How would you deck
Um,
out this card tonight?
Mine's kind of like Roman's. I like this idea of Bray Wyatt, LA Knight, and then Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair. Just due to the fact, I think Uncle Howdy will somewhat be connected to both matches. So it's like you might as well, put those two together and let Uncle Howdy either appear or do what he has to do in back-to-back matches. So I think I would do those first, and then I would probably do women's Royal Rumble. And after that, I would do, because we only have Roman versus KO after that, and then the men's. So I would do Roman versus KO after that, and then finish it with the men's Royal Rumble. And I would say, like Roman was saying, whoever, like, I look at it like, if the final two in the men's Royal Rumble is going to be like two dudes that the WWE universe looks at, like, either one of them can take this, you know what I mean? Then I would end it off with them too, and they would just have to put on like a little, I don't know how long they would last, like a little 9 minute, like one-on-one match, and let them finish it off with a banger, and then that's how I would do it.
Yeah, I think for me, I'd go a little more conventional. I'd probably start with the Women's Rumble. You get your Women's Rumble, and hear me out. I'd probably do Women's Rumble. Give it that little lull period, right? You need that little rest. And then I go straight into Roman Reigns versus KO. And then I do Bianca and Alexa, then the Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. Because then that kind of could lead into the final match of the Royal Rumble. It depends. I want to see how they go about it. It's gonna be interesting because you could go about it so many different ways. Go ahead.
What was it? I think it was last year. They had Roman and Seth. To me, that was a match that I wanted to see probably the most of the night, and they had that go first.
They gave it to you right from the start.
They gave it to you right there, and that ended up being the highlight of the night. So it just kind of didn't feel right, but they did go with an unconventional way of doing a card, and to me that
one kind of backfired last year, if we're being honest.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it did definitely backfire last year because then you had the Women's Rumble, and then the whole sign catches fire, and everyone is like so confused and all over the place. I don't know if you remember that, Dalvin, but the sign caught fire when Becky was pointing at it, or was it Ronda Rousey? It was Ronda.
Ronda. Yeah.
Ronda, right? She was pointing at it, and that thing caught fire, bro, and like little fireballs was falling on the people below. I'm like, what the hell, bro?
I don't remember that. But I do remember the Roman and Seth match, because that was when Roman won by disqualification with the chokeout, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Roman lost.
Oh, yeah. It was disqualification.
Yeah.
Because Seth had his hand on the rope, but he wouldn't let go.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. But I don't remember the WrestleMania sign catching fire. I mean, the Royal Rumble sign catching fire, or whatever it was.
Yeah, the
No,
WrestleMania
the
sign.
WrestleMania sign.
Okay.
And they've already put up the WrestleMania sign, over there at the Alamo Dome. So I've seen it. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
Uh,
I gotta look it up.
WrestleMania goes to Hollywood.
Over under, does the WrestleMania sign catch fire tonight?
I would hope under, but you never know.
You never know. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting as far as how they approach it tonight. Because they could go many ways, and I think for them the key is to keep everyone interested in every match. And I think the match that probably has the least, how would I put it? The least of where did Dalvin go? His screen just went black. You good, Dalvin? Can't hear you.
Maybe his phone died or something.
Can't hear you, nor can I see you.
I think he's connecting again. Or trying to.
All right, reconnected. We'll see if he comes back. Well, we'll leave it on there. We see something, but we'll see. Oh, he's trying to come back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, there he
I
goes.
think he's trying to come back.
Oh
He
no.
has to get it set up again.
Yeah, I will.
What was the results of the poll?
So the results of the poll is Royal out of 1 vote, and normally people watch streams later at night, so and plus they're not used to me doing WWE streams, but we got 1 vote for Women's Royal Rumble, so I went ahead and ended it at there.
Nice.
But since the Women's Royal Rumble has the least amount of like hype, would it be best to just start with that one?
I don't know. I've always heard that it's best to start off,
With a
red
bang.
hot,
Okay.
right? Get your crowd going, and then kind of, your show is gonna low in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you spike it back up at the end. So to me, the low point would probably be the Women's Rumble.
I've come around to your way of thinking. I ain't gonna lie. I have come around.
So
I think the Women's Rumble should be in the middle. That way, everybody go get their concession stand, runs.
yeah,
Go take the bathroom breaks. You got an hour, so
you got an hour. You can go and come back and still see who wins
and catch the end of it, right?
Eliminated.
Yeah,
Right.
like it.
But you never know, because honestly, the Women's Rumble, they really haven't announced who, too many names that are going to be in it. So it could be a surprise,
Mm-hmm.
like a huge surprise. You never know.
Never know. I think Dalvin is coming back. Let me see if he is here. Let me go ahead and update this and see if it changed. See something, but Dalvin, you yeah, there we go. We see you now.
Okay, my fault. I don't know what happened.
There you know, I've learned during this stuff, technical difficulties has no mercy. All right, so it happens. It happens, man. We were talking about basically how both of y'all thought about how the day should go as far as the card is concerned, and I was telling Roman, I think I've come around to it honestly, because started out hot with the Bray and Bianca, hit it with the Women's Royal Rumble, so I go take a little break, for 30 minutes, go get me some food, go take a restroom break, come back, catch the end of it, be hyped, and then go straight into the Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens. I think that's how I would go. And then you end it, if you have, like you said, if you have a surprise winner, end it with the surprise winner, with the surprise guest or whatever case may be. All right, man. Let's get into the game. Well, not the game predictions. Let's get into the predictions. Let me make sure I have this written correctly before I show it.
I'm going with Mavs in 10.
Man, I didn't do a Mavs in 10 episode part 5, and it's because I've been so busy. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to still do it or just apologize I didn't get to do it. So we'll see. All right.
Revisit it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Look, the way they've been playing, part 5 is just canceled. How about that? Prediction. Let's get into the prediction. Let me hit it with another sound effect here, and another little stinger. All right. We're going to get into our predictions of the night, but we do have one comment. Shout out to Riza G. Says, when is it starting? Roman, when does the Royal Rumble event start? Either the pre-show and the main show.
The pre-show starts at 6 or 6:30. I cannot remember.
Central time.
The actual event, Central time. The actual event starts at 7.
All right, starts at 7.
Central time.
Richard K says, I've been waiting for part 5. Oh, man. How about, I won't, for those that are on here that watch my Mavs pregame show, I won't be able to do a Mavs pregame of the Utah Jazz tonight because I'm going to be at the Royal Rumble during the game. But how about this? Before the Pistons game, or during the pregame of the Pistons game, I do the part 5 live and mix that with the pregame show. I think that'll, and how about in part 5 I add the game versus the Jazz and make it an 11 game review, because there is 82 games a season, so I'm not gonna make a part 8.2 for the last 2 games of the season. You know what I'm saying? So this one will be Mavs and 11. Well, we'll go that way. All right. So let's go ahead and prediction again. Let's go in the route that y'all want the card to go. So we'll go ahead and predict the Women's Royal Rumble. Who do y'all got? Let's start with you, Davin. Who do you think wins the Women's Royal Rumble?
I kind of already spilled the beans by accident, but
It's all good.
I got Rhea Ripley winning for sure. I think it's her time for a big put, like a big push, like a mega push. So that's who I got winning the Women's Royal Rumble.
Roman?
To me, Rhea Ripley is kind of the most obvious choice, but to me, it's the most interesting. That's my winner right there. Other than May, if they announce Becky for the Rumble, maybe Becky, but honestly, I want Rhea Ripley, just because she's done. Out of all the women on the Raw side, maybe SmackDown too, she's probably been the most interesting out of all of them. So, to me, Rhea's my pick.
You know, I was hoping to have the Rhea Ripley pick solo dolo to myself, but yeah, that's my pick as well. I think she gonna win it, and if I ever get to wrestle her, she could pin me like she be pinning me.
Oh,
You're gonna have a hurt back, bro.
All right, so yeah, we all got Rhea Ripley winning it, and we all love that for her, and I don't think any of us would be disappointed. So then the next match, what will be the next match, guys? The Bray Wyatt match?
I suppose so, yeah.
All right, so the next match will be the Bray Wyatt match in our Fictionary card that we have developed here. Roman, who do you got winning this match?
My heart is telling me, Bray, not Bray, LA Knight. Like, I want LA Knight to win this match. Like, beating Bray Wyatt on his return match would make him an even bigger star. But my brain is telling me Bray Wyatt is gonna win.
So you got two picks, your heart and your brain pick.
Yeah, my brain is. If I was to put money on it, I would put money on Bray Wyatt, just because it is his return match. It is a lights out, pitch black, whatever you want to call it match.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew, Baja Blast match.
He said Baja Blast.
I'm going with Bray Wyatt.
Davin?
I'm gonna say my pick and then add on to it a little bit, but I agree with Roman. Bray Wyatt, like Roman said, it's his return match, so it's gonna be the first time we see him wrestling. How long has it been? 5-6 years or something like that. So
a couple years at least.
Yeah. And like, I mean, the match has his name written all over it. It's like, it's a pitch out, you know what I'm saying, a dark match. So it's just like the Mountain Dew doesn't suit him, but the pitch out, you know what I'm saying, lights out match, it definitely suits him. But I still think that even if Bray didn't win, like, I would be fine with it, but I still think that Bray will win. But I feel like LA Knight can, still get over. Like, Bray Wyatt can still put LA Knight over. That's why they have to give him a match. Just like, it at least has to be 15-20 minutes. Like, you just can't have LA Knight go in there and get pushed down, because they're building him up for an obvious reason. So it's just like, he can still get put over even if he loses to Bray. I mean, it's just Bray's gimmick. Everybody knows how it works. It's just hard to beat, bro, honestly. But yeah. I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt for sure.
Yeah, I think the smart choice would be Bray Wyatt, especially in the magnitude of the night. But also, this could probably be a feud that bleeds into WrestleMania. So if that is the case, then it's probably better to have a LA Knight win tonight, depending on if they go to WrestleMania. But knowing Vince McMahon, since he's quote unquote back in the picture, LA Knight wins. But we shall see. It's such a Vince McMahon thing to do for it to have LA Knight win tonight. We're being honest. But I got Bray though. I got Bray. Bray is the smart choice here. All right, so then the next match after that would naturally have to be the Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss. Let me go and reshape this one down here. Dalvin, who you got winning this matchup tonight, man?
I only say this because I want this match at WrestleMania. I say Bianca wins, but I still say somehow, like we were talking about earlier, somehow Uncle Howdy is gonna interfere or pop up somewhere. Like something's gonna happen. So that's why when Roman said earlier, like Bianca can easily lose. Like it's facts. It's there. Like even with Alexa without Uncle Howdy, she could she could still win. But I feel like Uncle Howdy might play a role in this match. I pray Bianca doesn't lose. That's my choice. But I want Bianca versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. That's a match I really want. So I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair.
Roman.
I'm not gonna lie. I want that Bianca Rhea Ripley match as well at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
But Alexa Bliss for the win tonight.
Ooh, we got a title change in hands tonight. I'm gonna pick with my heart, and I want Alexa Bliss to win tonight. That's gonna be my pick, just because that's Bae right there. And if she's seen this, I know she's married. I ain't gonna get involved. I'm just saying.
Shooting your shot.
I know, right? Shooting a shot that I know ain't gonna land. So what's the next match? Roman Reigns or the Men's Royal Rumble? Which y'all want to go with?
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I say Roman Reigns match. Yeah.
All right. So Roman Reigns match in unison. If you think Roman Reigns is gonna win this match tonight, raise your hand. All right. Roman, go ahead and give us a little insight as to why you think Roman Reigns just wins this match tonight.
I don't see Roman losing to Kevin Owens. I might see him losing to Sami Zayn, but not to Kevin Owens. To me, Kevin Owens isn't the hottest superstar, like the most hyped up superstar there is right now. Everything is going towards Sami Zayn. Like Sami Zayn is putting that work. To me, honestly, Sami Zayn has been doing it all year. I do think that he ends up helping Roman, but then he ends up still being thrown out of the bloodline. Probably by the end of the night.
Yeah.
So I think that Roman wins with the help of Sami, and then Sami still gets kicked out just because he disobeyed on SmackDown, and you never know what happens at the end of the night. So
Crazy.
yeah.
Great.
To me, go ahead.
No, it's just a crazy storyline to see where Sami Zayn was last year in the WrestleMania card, and then the potential that where he has to be this WrestleMania season. So it's definitely be interesting.
And that's the weird thing is that I didn't think that. To me, that was the best match at WrestleMania. You may call me a fool, you may call me whatever, but Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville of all people.
It was very
that
entertaining.
was probably the most entertaining match I've seen in 2022. That's probably my second favorite match of all of the year.
What's your first favorite match? I have an idea what your first favorite match was, but what was your favorite match last year?
My favorite match was the Gunther and Sheamus match.
Yes.
At Clash of the Castle.
Okay.
That was my favorite match.
Okay.
But as far as entertainment wise, all the work that they did, the pops, the getting the crowd involved, Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville knocked it out of the park. So to me, that was my second favorite match.
They really knocked it out of the park, but I don't know about second favorite. Dalvin, what you think about this match tonight? Why do you think Roman Reigns wins tonight?
This is kind of my thing. I wanna go back to what how Roman brought up Clash of the Castle. So when Roman faced Drew at Clash of the Castle, right? You know, I feel like Drew had it. I feel like he was gonna win it. And then it's just like out of nowhere. It's just like out of nowhere. Here comes Solo's coming. It's just like in the back of your head, you knew like somebody was coming, and it was just Solo. He got called up from NXT. So I'm like, okay, fine, like that's cool. But I feel like does Roman win tonight? Of course, yes. I think he beats Kevin Owens. I don't know if there'll be an interference of like the Usos or Sammy or Solo or something like that. But somehow Sammy might be in trouble tonight for sure. But I'm feeling like Roman is coming to that point to where it's like he might run out of how do I say it? I don't know how to put it exactly, but it's gonna get to that point to where he he's not gonna have help in a certain type of match, and I feel like that's when he's gonna cough up those titles. But for right now, I say Roman beats KO tonight. I don't think Kevin Owens has the backup or a team to help him out when the interferences come in. I just feel like Roman wins, and you just can't take the titles off of him right now. It's just not the right time to do it.
Yeah, I feel like this is a road bump in the storyline to move the storyline forward. I think there's gonna be a crack in the bloodline. You could kind of already see it coming.
Yeah,
but it might be a bigger crack than we think it is. Because what is it? Jey Uso, or is it Jimmy Uso? He's protecting Sami Zayn or Sami Uso, right? So it's like, what happens? You know what I'm saying? What happens? Like if Roman Reigns kicks out Sami, do the Usos be like, "No, we out too"? Who knows? Who knows?
That is tough because I know
because Sami have his own bloodline, you know.
I know Paul Heyman was trying to get rid of him quick. Like he tried to get rid of him.
Oh, in the
SmackDown.
Yeah, in the what was it?
The clips in the background on the Triton time. He was trying to get rid of Sami so quick, bro. I was like, God, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, that was hilarious. I don't know if you saw Roman, but Paul Heyman was like, he's guilty. Since day one, I knew it.
That was crazy, bro.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I saw that.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into this men's Royal Rumble. And so here we have a Royal Rumble that we have a lot of hype and expectations. I would like to start this one off. And so for me, I feel like I have a surprise entrance into this Royal Rumble for sure. I think it's like guaranteed this person pops up. And this person is known as... hold on. I am messing this up. Let me put it down here, see if it pops. Oh, it's up here. My bad. See if this pop.
Yeah.
Does it pop? No. Did it pop? Here. Nope. Didn't pop. Hold on. What is going on? I needed to show, so that's not show. Hold on. We got it. I got it. I figured it out. Okay. Put this way up here. No one can see it. There we go. His name is John Cena. I'm playing the sound right now, so I'm gonna let the sound go off all the way through. All right, so I got John Cena as a surprise entrant. He does not win, but who I do think wins, if this storyline is what I think is going to be, because we have heard rumors of this particular person's not going to show up. The Rock said he's not going to be there. The Rock said he's out of shape. So I think Sami Zayn wins this Royal Rumble tonight. What do you think, Roman?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your last four?
My last four?
Yeah.
I mean, all right, let me tell you this, man. Ideally, I wish it was Seth and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But it just don't feel like that's going to shape up to be. But I got... If I believe my surprise entrance is going to be John Cena, it's going to be John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins. The least person you expect to win it wins it.
No, legit, that's almost my exact same.
That's
Like-
crazy. I'm dead.
No, for real. Like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, that could be a banger WrestleMania match.
That final four, all of those matches will be great.
Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the titles, great.
Mhm.
Sami Zayn for the versus Roman, great.
Mhm.
The only person I would change, I would probably have. The only person I would change is John Cena.
Okay.
I do believe that he comes in.
Okay.
But if it's me, I'm having the most like, if I'm able to. I know they said he's not gonna be there, but you know they've done this stuff before. You know, oh, I'm not gonna be there. Oh, I'm gonna be there.
Right.
Oh, I'm there. Hey, I'm in the Rumble. The Rock.
Mm.
So that way, you really don't know who's winning,
At all.
because all four of those matches, or at least three of those matches, have been talked about for a WrestleMania main event. So if it's me, I'm having The Rock, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes as my last four.
Who you got winning?
And I'm having. It's kind of difficult, but I would have Sami Zayn win.
Ooh.
You put Sami Zayn over The Rock.
Instant star.
Instant star. That's. I know they don't want it, but that's people didn't want Daniel Bryan, and they had Batista win the Rumble, and then Daniel Bryan ends up winning the WrestleMania 30 main event. So,
and that would be a rub of a lifetime right there. If Sami could get
eliminate.
Say it comes down to those two, the last two, and Sami eliminates The Rock. That'd be
or if it's Sami. Imagine this situation: it's Sami and The Rock as the last two, and Roman Reigns comes out with the bloodline and says, "Hey,
eliminate The Rock.
You either eliminate The Rock or you're out the bloodline."
Oh,
bro, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man, let's swing to you. What do you think's gonna happen tonight in the Royal Rumble?
Y'all
Royal Rumble.
Living in my head right now. I swear y'all are saying like everything I'm thinking. But I swear everybody's on the exact same level right now, like the exact same thought plan. But me personally, who I would like actually want to win, like I would want Seth Rollins to win. Him and Roman Reigns have unfinished business. It's clear. Roman didn't beat him fair. He got disqualified at the Rumble last year, like y'all said. I don't think they done WrestleMania. Like I think both of y'all said like that'll be a banger. Roman versus Seth, and if Roman's like actually like wrestling, not like power slamming or I'm gonna take a break. I mean, I know talking to the camera is this thing, this and that. Like if they're actually wrestling, that match would be crazy. So I want Seth Rollins to win, but who I think would really win just due to like how everything's going and he's getting pushed and built up and this and that. Even though me personally, I think you can push him later. Like he's done enough. Like for me at least, is Cody Rhodes. And I remember we were at WrestleMania, and I told y'all I was like, the match Seth and Cody had. I was like, I didn't really enjoy it, but y'all explained to me like it's a build up. It takes time. It might continue into something else. And Cody, like I'm not gonna lie, I'll be the first person to tell you, I wasn't a fan of Cody. Nothing. I didn't think he could wrestle good or anything. And then it got out to WrestleMania. I rewatched the match at home when we got back, and I was like, Cody's actually talented, bro. Like he's there. And then when he had the match with Seth at what was it, Hell in a Cell with the pec?
Yep, the pec injury.
That match,
crazy,
amazing. Cody Rhodes, I give him every respect in the world. Now he grew on me for sure. I should have just listened to y'all too when y'all were talking to me. But I think Cody Rhodes win it. But Roman has a good point, bro. Like if it's Sami Zayn and The Rock, and then the bloodline just come out, or even if they distracted The Rock to get Sami Zayn to win, it's like, okay, so at WrestleMania, and you go have this build up, it's like, what's gonna happen with Sami and the bloodline? Like, is the bloodline like let's say we get to WrestleMania, are the bloodline gonna help Roman out? Are they gonna help Sami out? Like, are they just gonna let it be neutral? Or like anything can happen, bro. It's crazy. I'm excited for it. I wish I was there, but that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm glad you brought that the Cody Rhodes Seth Rollins matchup, because I remember as he was coming down the aisle, I was telling Monica, I was like this is gonna be one of those matches where there's gonna be a slow start. You're gonna get like they're gonna have a couple of moves, a couple of counters, and you're gonna get the claps, right? And then the crowd is gonna get real back into it. It ended up being that. So the fact that me and Roman were thinking the same and called that out going into that, just being surprised by it, knowing how tactician of wrestlers they both are, you could just kind of see it. But man, it is tough to kind of predict tonight, because you could go any way. You could really, 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 really flesh out this bloodline storyline if you make it a part of the ending of the Royal Rumble, which it makes 1000% sense to make it a part of that Royal Rumble. Whether The Rock is in there and it comes down to a decision of the bloodline, like say it's Sami Zayn and The Rock opposite turnbuckles, bloodline music hits, right? Roman Reigns music hits, they stop, they come down, and like you already know the crowd is just gonna be losing they you know what, right? Dogs, I don't know, like they have such a big opportunity tonight to really knock out this Royal Rumble and make up for last year's Royal Rumble, because it wasn't that good. So they could really show out tonight.
It's like it's too
Yeah.
perfect for like them to mess it up. Like you can go
Mm.
any way you want to go, just don't mess this up. Like
Right.
it's like 4 or 5 things you can do right now. But I think they got it under control though. I trust them. I'm with them right now. So I'm looking forward
mean,
to it. For,
For me, like I don't know if y'all noticed this, but at War Games,
Mm.
it was a brutal match. The men's War Games
Mm.
match. It was a brutal match, but there was so much like character and so much storytelling in that match alone from the
Yeah.
bloodline. Like Sami Zayn getting hugged at the end by Jey Uso, and
Mhm.
just little things that they were doing. Just imagine that on the end of a Royal Rumble. How
Yeah.
much
And I think that
storytelling goes into that. You'll have the crowd eating out of your hand.
yeah, and I think that goes credit
Not even a
to
question.
Triple H's takeover when he got given the reins. Speaking on reins, and I think that's where some of us are kind of disappointed that Vince McMahon is back in the picture, because it's like, bro, this has been the best WWE has been portrayed, been ran, been performing in such a long time. Like, don't come back in here and mess this thing up. 'Cause whatever Triple H is doing, he is making people forget that there is a whole nother wrestling, company out there. Because I've not checked the other one out because of how good this one's been going lately.
I
So,
have.
you have?
They're actually really good. Yeah.
They're-
AEW's
They're
pretty
bouncing
killing
back.
it. It's not that they're bouncing back. It's just the amount of the matches and what they're doing for different wrestlers is just, to me, I like it. Some people don't.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like it. It's more like WWE has improved so much that I didn't need to look for a different brand, a different company, a different set of wrestling, but they've been knocking it out every single event. I don't see it no different, especially if Triple H has his hands on this one tonight. So I really have high hopes for it. So before we head out, guys, anything y'all want to add, Dalvin? Anything you want to add before we head out, Dalvin?
Man, I don't know, man. I'm just looking forward to it. If anybody in the comments is still there watching, bro, please tune in. I think this is gonna be one of the best Royal Rumbles due to certain matches, not every match, but certain matches in particular. Like it's something for sure you don't want to miss, for sure.
Roman?
I said that.
Yeah, I agree with Dalvin. This is gonna be a heck of a Royal Rumble. It's gonna be dope. I mean, I'm gonna be there, so I'm gonna enjoy it. But I think that this has the potential to be one of the best Royal Rumbles, of all time.
Ah.
So
Yeah, I can see that. And then I think of certain Royal Rumbles, but then the certain Royal Rumbles that I think of are in the Attitude Era. They'll never replicate those because of the blood and gore and all that stuff. But for me, go ahead.
Well, I mean, to me, the best Royal Rumble ever was, 3 years ago. So it's not that hard for them to go along with that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no. Yeah, they have improved the Royal Rumbles a lot. Because when you look at the first one, when was it, 88? You didn't have music to come out for the entrance. Like, it was just a gong, and they come running down the aisle, no music, running straight into the ring, and they start wrestling. You had we go way back when you had the Hammer guys. Ah, God, I forgot. What are they named? They be doing this. I don't know if you remember their names. Oh my God, I forgot. Bushwhackers. Yeah, bro. I remember the Bushwhackers.
Were those the twins? Is that what they were?
They looked like twins. And
Okay.
you had LOD back in the days, and then Ric Flair won the first Royal Rumble, and yeah, man, it goes way back, and now these Royal Rumbles are so star-studded too at the same time, because you get these surprise guests, and everybody loses their what's. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'll be doing a vlog for those watching. If you like this preview stream, I'll be doing a vlog of this Royal Rumble as well for everyone's viewing pleasure, and I'll have that probably tomorrow morning ready for everyone to watch. So we'll definitely be vlogging. What's funny is I know you see Roman right here, but he is around the corner in my living room. So yeah, production. Anyway, guys, I appreciate both of y'all hopping on here talking about wrestling. I had a blast, and hopefully this Royal Rumble tonight is just It's just fuego, man. Anyways, been your boy TGK here with Roman, here with Dalvin, and we're going to head and catch y'all on the next one. We is out.